Good morning, traders. It is Friday, October 11th. We've got a huge market rally taking place right now. Doesn't have a lot of substance to it, but right now the market's focused on positive comments from Donald Trump yesterday saying that the first round of trade meetings went very well. No details. Market's just rallying on the news. I'm going to overlay some major moving averages, and I'm going to do a trade right away. I believe that we could have a small market pullback right here. Nothing big, but we need that to get long because you can see the big rally that's taken place right here. Let's go into a 5-minute chart. We've got one big tail above the body, a second, starting to see some tails above the body. We get these big market moves higher, and then they tend to stall out. In fact, almost all the move takes place in a very short amount of time. If I go back to the daily chart, this looks like a really nice big rally, but most of this move came very, very early in the day and then we stalled. Same here, like in the first half an hour, then we're done. Yes, the market closed near its high of the day, but almost all of that move came early. So we're seeing big gaps, big moves early, and then a stall the rest of the day. So I don't want to rush in and buy right now with the market topping out here. In fact, what I'd rather do is I'd rather go into the scanner and I'd rather look for relative weakness. Show me stocks that are struggling right now. Nvidia, Roku. Okay, these are all strong stocks that are pulling back right now. I did look for heavy volume and bearish earlier. TLT is one. I think we can short TLT here. But that is moving inverse to the market. We have a lower high double top. That is bearish, and we're starting to test this longer term uptrend. This is actually bullish for the market. The fact that bonds are starting to pull back a little bit means that the flight to safety is starting to back off a little bit. So I think overall this is a decent development for the market. I do see bonds moving lower though. So DAL was a stock that I looked at earlier, and this is one that I would short right now. And I would short it. You can see that uptrend line right there. There's an uptrend line that's been violated, and we've got some relative weakness. So going to overlay the one option strength indicator. You can see orange line below zero. I believe this stock can be shorted right here. So I'm going to just drop an alert line so that we can look at it later. I would be shorting it right now. There's another stock that I've been looking at that's a good short, BYND. I would short BYND right now. So I'm going to drop an alert line there, only so that we have a point of reference on it. I believe it's going to continue to move lower while we do this presentation. Let's do some housekeeping, then we'll do some market analysis. If you're an active trader, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting these videos an hour after the open every day for the rest of the year. You can get all of the research at www.oneoption.com. Option Stalker is the platform that we use to find these trades. Market analysis is also part of Option Stalker. You get my pre-market open comments, a morning video like the one that I'm recording right now, a weekly swing trading video, plus we've got online events, plus you get the chat room where we're constantly posting trades and updates. So www.oneoption.com. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. So now that we've got a couple of trades that we like, BYND on the short side, DAL on the short side, I'm also going to give a quick review of the stocks that we highlighted yesterday. FXI, told you I liked it. Boom. GLNG was the other long, another one of the longs. Boom, that stock is higher. It's backing off a little bit. Apple. Hello. Look at that gain. Roku. Backing off, but man, and I actually held an overnight position in it. I sold Roku right out of the gate this morning in the chat room, and I took my gains on it. SCHW. Schwab. Hello. ANF. And those were the stocks I highlighted yesterday. All of them. Not some of them, all of them. You can see this is what we do every day. If you've been following my comments each and every day this week, go back and watch the video if you don't believe me. Please do that. Verify my performance, verify what I'm telling you. This systematic approach works, and Option Stalker puts us on these stocks. So let's take a look at the market. Let's see what we can find for today. This video is going to be a little bit longer because we've got this huge market rally, and it's going to take a little while for us to sift through these stocks to find the ones that we really want. Mind you, we've got two bearish positions on right now that I put on during the beginning of this video, so I'm going to be monitoring them, and I expect both of them to make money before the time we're done. But I don't want to fade the market here. I'm not looking for a big market pullback. I think we're going to get a little bit of a retracement, and then this bullish search right here, relative strength 30, is going to be the one that we want to lean on. So as the market starts to come in and drift lower, I want to see which stocks are on this list because they will be strong relative to the market. And then when the market finds support and stages another leg higher, these will be the ones that are leading the charge. I see some cyclicals in the list. Look at CMI. Above the 100-day moving average, above the downward sloping trend line. Yes, it's going to go on a preliminary list right now. CMI, I like it. And if I want to, I can very quickly tag this stock by hitting the plus sign, and now it'll be saved to a list that I can take a look at later. Nothing there. Ring I've highlighted, that's a strong stock. DAL went above our alert line, so right now it's moving against us, but we're not going to pay attention to that. We're going to keep going here. MSI, we're looking for strong stocks. We've got Autodesk above this downtrend, starting to come up to major moving averages. Not bad, but not my favorite. Just going to click through and see what we've got here. I'm not going to provide a lot of commentary because I want to keep this video short to the degree that I can. Facebook coming up on that 100-day moving average. Earnings will be released probably in the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So that'd be an interesting one to follow. Could see some strength into the earnings release. Alibaba, too choppy. Save, oversold bounce right here through this downtrend line. Maybe worth considering. Very strong so far this morning. I like that. It's through that high, and the market's stalling a little bit. So this stock looks like it's got some potential. It's definitely a bouncer. Would not want that for a swing trade. We're going to take a look at Popbull. Tons of results here. How can you possibly go through this many results? You can't. So, well, you could, but it'd take you forever, and by that time the move is over. So we're going to use these little filters on the top here. And this means that the stock is on a buy signal on a daily basis, on our proprietary buy signal. And we've got Oracle. That's on a nice breakout. Got almost a cup and handle type formation. There's the neckline. It's through it. I like Oracle. I think that stock can move higher. Doesn't make big, fast moves. Selling this out of the money bullish put spread would be good, but a 1.5 out, you might not get a lot of premium for it. Bristol Myers breaking out to a new high. It's through those tails. That's a good sign. Let's see what the 5-minute chart looks like. It's kind of a choppy stock. We'll put it on the list for right now. We'll come back to it. Target. We highlighted that one yesterday or the day before. I like this breakout through horizontal resistance right here. That's a pretty decent looking stock, but I think that if we buy bottom fishers, we're going to have a much better opportunity because those will have a sustained move where stocks that are just getting through a new all-time high are going to be grinding higher and really facing a pretty stiff headwind. Microsoft coming up on earnings in a week and a half may not be a bad one. So Microsoft also facing stiff headwinds. Let's go see what we can find that's actually coming off of a low level. I think that'll be our better bet. So we're going to go into custom search, and I'm going to be looking for good option liquidity. We'll use a value of 3, and we're going to look for a stock that's greater than the prior high. We're going to look for heavy volume so far today. These are great criteria to use. Got a lot of candidates right here, so now we're going to start filtering these out a little bit more. Bullish trade signal, strength versus SPY. Now our list is much lower. Apple we already know we like. There's no reason for us to abandon a winner like that. Look at that beautiful breakout. This is one from yesterday. Still like it today. You can buy Apple on any pullback. Amgen, let's see if we've got a bottom fisher here. Not too much, pretty deep V low there. Checks that horizontal breakout level, checks those major moving averages. It's been grinding higher. Probably a strong stock, going to continue to move higher. FXI is still on the list. We knew we liked that. Lulu we mentioned also breaking through this downtrend line. So we're getting a lot of the same results in this search right here that we've had in the last few days. I want to try and find something different. So we still have those heavy volume spikes though in these stocks, which tell me that the stock wants to continue to move higher. What we'll do is we'll go into the 60% 60-day range, and we're going to look for a stock that is in the lower 20 percentile of this range to see if we can find anything that comes up there. These are going to be bottom bouncers, okay? But they may have a chance to really put some nice gains together, especially if the market's rallying. Not bad there, through a little bit of horizontal resistance. MMM, just like CMI, continuing to power higher. If there's a China trade deal, this stock will go. Schlumberger, also bouncing off of major support here. This has a chance to go. By the way, if you hover over the E after the last bar, you'll see when the next earnings date is coming up. Next week, this stock will report a week from today. Pretty good price action today, though. I would like to get a pullback on these. Then I would feel much better about getting into the trade. Uber. That stock has been trounced. There's a downtrend line right here that it's trying to get through. May not be a bad one. It's really, really strong this morning, though. You can see these big green bars. We'll put that on the list, and I'm going to use one other search, and then we'll go through and we'll find which ones we really want to try and trade today. Another cyclical, X, US Steel. It's still trying to get through this downtrend line right here, so not going to make the list. We're going to use another search here. I'm going to bring it back into view. We're going to go with a 4-bar breakout. And let's see what we bring up. Well, MMM and X. We'll take off the heavy volume. We'll take off the 60-day range. Okay. Let's take a look at these stocks, and then we'll find 2 or 3 that we really want to home in on. I do like that. It's got some room. Autodesk looks okay. BMY we've looked at. DAL, excuse me, that's the Dow. Dow through that 100-day moving average. CVS coming through this downward sloping trend line. Not too bad. Not too bad. I like that. I would prefer to buy a stock that's breaking a downward sloping trend line like this off of major technical support than I would a stock that's breaking out to a new high. It simply has more room to go, and it won't face the same stiff headwind that a stock that's making a new all-time high will have. Here you got Goldman Sachs, gap up through that 100-day moving average. I like that one. Yep, grind, grind, grind. Banks will be reporting earnings next week. Could be a good one. HLF, still got to get through the 100-day. HON will be reporting soon. By the way, there is a search buy into earnings right here that is fantastic. I've been highlighting that this week, and boy, has it worked. MA, I like that. Here's your downward sloping trend line. Find support here at the 100-day. Really like MA. MMM we've looked at. Okay, I think we've got a pretty good sampling here. Again, just looking for good option liquidity, looking for 4-bar breakout. That means that you have 4 green bars stacked on top of each other. Each bar has closed above the halfway point of that bar. So very, very bullish indicator. And so now we just have to go through and take a look at which ones I like the most. CMI was one. Boy, I like that above the 100-day moving average. I'm going to circle that one. Save as a bottom bouncer. It's still got, it may be nothing more than a bounce. I'm going to pass on that one. I think we've got better. Oracle doesn't tend to move much. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one either. BMY. This stock wants to go. I'm going to circle it. I think it's going to be a good one. Microsoft, up near the high. It's going to do whatever the market does. I don't think it's going to have a lot of relative strength. I think it's going to follow the market. MMM off of deeply oversold conditions. I think is going to have some momentum today. I think you can buy any pullback on that one. SLB. There was an Iranian oil tanker that was sustained some damage from an attack, so oil prices are trending a little bit higher today, so that's helping SLB. Yeah, that looks pretty good as well. Uber, bouncing off the low, continuing to find strength here through that steep down trend line. I think Uber is one that you can keep an eye on today as well. Two that I really like are Goldman Sachs and MasterCard. So I'm going to put those up. Love that. And MasterCard. Banks have been weak, so they've got room to bounce here. Both of these. MasterCard being the stronger of the two. I like MasterCard better than Goldman Sachs. It's kind of a stodgy stock. It doesn't make huge moves, so you will typically get pullbacks like this. When you get strong moves like this, wait for that pullback. Then what you do is you draw your little downtrend line here, and you wait for that trend line to be breached. Maybe today, but for sure by next week, my trend tool is going to allow us to do that. So if you see a pattern where the stock is trending down, down, down like this, you draw the trend line, and when that trend line is broken, and it will auto draw that trend line, when the trend line is broken, you'll get a pop-up alert. It's perfect for these types of situations. So look for that next week. So I like CMI, I like BMY, I like MMM, I like SLB, I like Uber, UBER, Goldman Sachs, GS, and MasterCard MA I think will be good performers. Let's take a look at the market. We got to get our market bearings here because this is all fluff as far as I'm concerned. There is no trade deal with China. Just some comments from Trump saying that things were going well. All it's going to take is one tweet to spoil all of that. We also had some comments from England. Boris Johnson said that there might still be a chance that they can work out a deal. He met with the Prime Minister of Ireland. The Irish border has been the major issue. But again, no substance. Yeah, maybe we can get a deal done. They've been trying to work on a deal for years and nothing has happened. So for the time being, the market is moving higher on this news. We got a good consumer confidence reading this morning, 96, much better than the 92 expected. So consumers are still strong. I don't think that a trade deal really matters to the market right now. Doesn't matter if we get a trade deal or not. I think the market's going to continue to hold up fairly well. So let's take a look at those two stocks that I wanted to short. Oh yeah, BYND, making money on that one. The other one was DAL, I believe. DAL, losing a little bit of money on that one. Stock popped back up above this short level right here where we were in. We got the alert saying, hey, the stock is rallying, but we've also had the market moving a little bit higher. This stock has relative weakness. So if you're looking for a short, draw your trend line right like that and wait for the stock to fall below it, get your alert, take the short position. I would not be shorting many stocks today. I think the market is going to move higher. Just need to wait for those pullbacks. Then you go into this relative strength 30 search right here and you look for the stocks that have the strongest relative strength, because as the market pulls back, these stocks are holding their own and they're ready to move higher. As soon as that market support is formed, boom, they stage another leg higher. That's how we do it. That's why the results are so good every single day. We've got a systematic approach that we use. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're interested in one option, an option stalker, go to www.oneoption.com. Please give the video a thumbs up if you like the content. I'm going to be posting my swing trading video this weekend that I posted on Wednesday night. Wait till you see the picks in that. They're fantastic. So I'm going to be releasing that a little bit early over the weekend. Take a look at it. Take a look at the analysis. I'd love to have you aboard. Trade well. See you next week.